So before we do start this amazing video, this very compact, entertaining video about this final, I do want to speak about our sponsor for today. I do want to introduce Yahaha as our sponsor for today. Yahaha is a new UGC, which stands for User Generated Content Creation Platform for 3D multiplayer interactive experience. With Yahaha, anyone can create and publish their virtual experiences without coding, experience, or server knowledge. You can simply just use the cool features, components, and smart assets within Yahaha Studio, and there's like around 1 million of them available to make your dream games. It's also very social and fun when you do go on multiplayer mode. Yahaha supports a multiplayer playing simultaneously so your friends can join in your Yahaha games, and you will be going through other immersive 3D events. It is a lot of fun, and you can make friends anytime through this platform. There's also going to be live events on Twitch coming from one of the hosts of Yahaha, which are regular live sessions for the community to help creators enhance their metaverse building skills, again through this platform. So if you do want to download Yahaha, there is going to be a link down below on the description box and on the pinned comment. If you click on that, you would be able to download the platform, and then from there you can start making your dream games for free. So I hope you guys do have a lot of fun, and I hope you guys do enjoy it. But now let's go back into this video. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We are finally going to be witnessing the World Cup final within a couple of hours, and that final does consist of Argentina and France. Yes, the World Cup final will be having Argentina and France, with Kylian Mbappe and Messi being on the field. Kylian Mbappe is going to want to prove to the world, and we know this, that he is the best player in the world. He wants to dethrone the player that has dominated football in the past 15 years. No, I do not think that Kylian Mbappe has officially dethroned Messi and that he has the mantle now moving forward. I don't think so, not yet. Messi continues to be the best player in the world at the age of 35 years old. But let me tell you, this final that we are going to be seeing, that is going to be a chance for Kylian Mbappe to really prove a point to the world on who is the face of football. And this is the reason on why so many people are really anticipating for this match to be one of the greatest games that we have seen in the past like 40 years. This is a final that does consist of so many storylines, so many narratives, so many parallels, and it's going to be extremely exciting. And I think that for many of us here who do support this channel, we want to see Lionel Messi win this World Cup. I understand that this France team does have Dembele, it has Koundé. We want to see our own FC Barcelona players succeed, but just for this one time. And I know that, again, you and me can agree. I can just feel like we're all agreeing on one thing, and that is that we want to see Messi win the World Cup, because this will be considered as his last chance to win the World Cup with his home country. So like I've said, there's so much hype around this final. It is going to be one of the best finals that we have seen in years, and it has also been reported that the Argentinian fans are going to be having a huge presence in this final. Like it has been said, according to many sources, that there is going to be at the very least, right, at the very least 50,000 Argentinian fans on that night to support Argentina and Lionel Messi. They want to see the player that they love so much lift the World Cup, and that's crazy. Like many people have said that on that night it's not going to look like Qatar, it's going to look like Argentina. Argentina are going to be the ones playing at their home stadium. That's just how much of a presence these fans are going to be having. And of course France are going to be having their own fans, but it's not going to be at the magnitude of what Argentina and their fans are going to look like. It's going to be crazy. So as we go through this video and we're just talking about this final and we address everything about this final, I want you guys to put your answers on this question that I am about to give out. Let me ask you guys this: who do you think has been the most important player for their country? Has it been Messi for Argentina or Kylian Mbappe for France? In my opinion, because this has been a debate that has been going on through the social medias, in my opinion, I believe that Messi has been way more important for Argentina than Kylian Mbappe has been for France. If anything, I feel like Griezmann has been more important than Kylian Mbappe for their international team. So give me your opinion down below. And so now let's move on towards the next phase, because now I want to just give like my overall situation regarding these two nations and just what their situation is looking like and just what's at stake in this World Cup final. France and Argentina both have 2 World Cups, right? They both have 2 stars on their shirt. This is a final where one of them is going to be having 3 stars by the end of that night. France have won it twice, in 1998 and in 2018, which was very recent, and Argentina have won it back in 1978 and back in 1986. If France do win this final and they get that third World Cup, they will be the first nation to win 2 World Cups in a row since Brazil back in the 60s. There has only been 2 nations that have been able to do that, Brazil and Italy. The most recent one was Brazil, where they won 2 World Cups back to back. Seeing France do this in today's modern times would be something huge for this nation. So of course they want to win this World Cup. And then obviously you have Argentina with their own motivations. So there is overall deep motivations for both of these parties. And this is going to be a match, like I've said, that everyone is going to want to see. I think that it's not just going to move us, not just the Messi fans. It's not going to just move the Argentinian fans. It's not going to just move the fans that support France or the Kylian Mbappe fans. It's going to move everybody, even the people who do not even watch football. So now let's move on towards the next phase. Now let's talk about the health of these 2 international teams. And let's start with France. France have had about 3 to 4 players sick as of late in the past few days. It was reported a couple of days ago that Coman, Upamecano, Rabiot, and Varane did all encounter like some sort of illness, not something like dangerous or anything. It's just like being sick. And that virus has been spreading through the international team. But it has been said recently that they're all doing better and everything is going to be okay. But we'll find out more about these players and how they do moving forward in a couple of hours, because again, the final is going to be coming very soon, and so they need answers. And it's very important because 2 out of these 4 players that I have just named, which is Upamecano and Rabiot, they're starters for Deschamps. And then when it comes to injuries, there is currently no injuries within the international team that Deschamps has been using in this World Cup. And then we move on towards Argentina. There is nothing, like no injuries for Argentina. Scaloni doesn't have to worry about not a single player. Everybody's going to be available. Even Di Maria, who has had a very hard World Cup campaign as of late, but he will be 100% fit by the time this final does roll around. And I think that he is going to be very important in this final, and I'm going to be explaining why in a few minutes. So we should expect France and Argentina to come in with full power. And I really respect what France have done, to be very honest. Like, yes, I do want Messi and Argentina to win this World Cup, but I also have a lot of respect for this French national team because of what Deschamps has done. He has built this team into a real team, a real unit, even without a Benzema, a player that everybody thought they needed. This French team, in my opinion, does look much more fluid, with Kylian Mbappe being free to roam around, Giroud dropping deep, creating with the midfielders, Dembele going to the outside to the inside and becoming more central. They just look like a complete unit of a team when they do attack. And then of course you do have Antoine Griezmann, the player that makes everything come together. Griezmann has been having one hell of a World Cup, I think, right? This is just what I do think. Like, this is me speculating, but if Griezmann scores a goal or he provides 2 assists in this final, I think that he will be getting the player of the tournament award, because Griezmann has been phenomenal for France and nobody has been talking about this, which is crazy because I know that the talk of the town right now is Kylian Mbappe versus Lionel Messi. But the player that I have said that is so important for France, it has been Griezmann, for creating with the other players, for always locking down the ball. They barely take the ball away from him. So he has been phenomenal. And I wish that we saw this version of Antoine Griezmann with FC Barcelona. But unfortunately, the position and the role that he does play with France, it does not exist at FC Barcelona. But props to him. He is one of the reasons why France are seeing so much success and why they are even in this final. So now let's go individual, right? Because this is where things get very interesting. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there is a total of 4 potential Golden Boot winners. 4 potential ones. And there's going to be 4 of them in this final, which is crazy. We have never seen that. Usually when we see a World Cup final, there's only like 1 potential Golden Boot winner on that final, and that's it. But here we have a total of 4. We look at who are the top scorers right now, and here are the top 4. Kylian Mbappe is tied with Lionel Messi with a total of 5 goals, right? So they're going to be competing. And then we have Oliver Giroud, who has a total of 4. And then we also do have Julian Alvarez, who also has a total of 4. So you can see that Kylian Mbappe and Messi's partners in crime are tied in goals, which is crazy. Again, so one of these players, whether it's Mbappe, Messi, Oliver Giroud, Julian Alvarez, they're bound to score. And let me tell you, all of these players here, knowing that they're in the top 4, they're all going to be so hungry to score, which is why I believe that we're going to be seeing a very open game. I know that there has been a lot of talks about France and Argentina and how like this game is going to be a 1-0 or maybe a 1-1 or maybe even a 0-0, and they go to extra time and they go to penalties. I don't think that's going to happen. You just have too much quality in the attack for both Argentina and France. I just really don't think so, right? If you have 4 potential Golden Boot winners, you're going to be seeing a high goal scoring game. I think that we're probably going to be seeing a 3-2, a 3-3, maybe even a 4-3. Keep in mind, you look at that previous game that France and Argentina did play back in that World Cup of 2018, it ended 4-3. And so they are all going to be so competitive, and a lot is going to be at stake here if you really think about it. Like let's say, for example, if one of these players score a brace, not only do you go home with the Golden Boot, but you also go home home, most likely with the World Cup. So you take 2 and 1. And for me, right, this is just, again, my selfish opinion. Everybody here has their own opinions, has their own favoritisms. I understand that, which is okay, right? But I think that Messi does deserve it. I think that these players like DePaul, Enzo Fernandez, and all of these players, they're going to work extremely hard to get Messi those 1 to 2 goals. They're going to want to see that. And we also do know that Messi is very well aware of this award. And so we're gonna see, like I have said in that previous video that I didn't make, Messi is going to be playing the game of his life. We're gonna see him run way more than ever. We're gonna see this player move way more than ever. And so there is no better way to end your international career but to win both the Golden Boot and also win the World Cup. And Messi does see that. I know that's in his vision. So that's my prediction. I do believe that Messi will come out on top. I think that the Kylian Mbappe of 2018 was much more explosive and much more effective. I don't know why, which is why I believe that Messi will come out on top. I think in a way Kylian Mbappe has lowered his explosiveness level and Messi's has increased. I'm not saying that Messi is more explosive than Kylian Mbappe. I'm just saying that Kylian Mbappe has decreased his level of explosiveness, while again Messi has increased his explosiveness, and for different reasons, right? There's many factors on why this is playing out like this. So here's how I am going to be ending this video. In the end, I think that we are going to be seeing Argentina have a formation of a 4-3-3 with France having a 4-2-3-1 system, I believe, right? And this is all credit to The Athletic for analyzing this, and this makes a lot of sense because everybody has been talking about that Scaloni is going to really want to focus on France's left side. Why am I saying that? That is because France usually places Kylian Mbappe in a very high position, leaving the space behind him so open, and we barely do even see Kylian Mbappe defend and track back. And so again, if you have that open space behind the left winger, which is Kylian Mbappe, you leave the left back so vulnerable. And in this case, Theo Hernandez, if you leave this player vulnerable, I can just see Scaloni saying, okay, that left back gets no help from his teammate, which is Kylian Mbappe. Let's double team this left back here and let's use Di Maria and Messi against this player and really tackle that left side to get our goal scoring opportunities. I feel like the game is going to go in that way because we saw that between Morocco and France. Morocco were trying to kill that open space that Kylian Mbappe was leaving. France did not mind because they knew that their front three of whatever Morocco had, they knew they couldn't do any damage. But with Argentina, it is much different. When you have Julian Alvarez, when you have Messi, when you have Di Maria, when you have DePaul trying to go out on top and going on that right flank, the story is going to be much different. And so I do think, again, there's going to be a lot of emphasis on Messi shifting his position. He's gonna start central, right? He's going to be between Di Maria and Julian Alvarez, but we're probably going to be seeing Messi shift his position to the right side and again attack those open spaces. And then Argentina's midfield, it will be no other but DePaul, Mac Allister, and Enzo Fernandez, a midfield that has been working for Argentina over the past 6 games. And so give me your score predictions down below. Let me know exactly what you think is going to be happening in this final. It's very unpredictable. I understand that it's very difficult, but let's have some fun. What do you think the scoreline is going to be? And who do you think is going to be winning this match? Let me know again in the comment sections down below, and I will see you guys in the next one.